Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Q3 2024 Twilio Release Webinar. I'm Steph Dolan. I'm a senior product marketer here at Twilio. I'm joined by Alex Goldman, who is a developer evangelist within our developer network here at Twilio. Super excited that everyone is here. This webinar is where we showcase all of Twilio's innovations from this past quarter. So whether you joined last time or you're new, welcome. So excited that you could join us. Alex, can you walk us through some housekeeping and kind of what we're going to be covering today?
Yeah, just a few things before we get started. First of all, chat is open, so ask questions. We have people in chat and we'll do our best to answer them. And then after this webinar, we're going to send you a recording. So don't worry if you miss something or you want to share something with a friend or colleague or you need to jump in the middle, we got you. Finally, we really value your feedback. It's how we get better. There will be an opportunity at the end to tell us how we're doing, and if you stick around to the end and provide feedback, you'll be entered in a giveaway for a gift card. Finally, since this is interactive, check out our privacy policy if you want to dig into that more. Now, before we really dive in, I just want to set the stage a little bit. Here at Twilio, we believe that the future of customer engagement is at the intersection of data, communications, and AI. Our releases are geared at helping produce better outcomes with greater efficiency. Two ways that we're investing in new products to help you do this is by supercharging customer experience with AI and by driving efficiency through simplification. Steph, do you want to dive into this a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit more about what we mean when we say supercharging customer experience with AI. We want to help brands really use the power of rich communications and customer data paired with AI to drive real business results. And that means embedding generative AI and predictive AI to surface insights, fuel automation, and really optimize operational capabilities while delivering a better customer experience. We want to unlock that power of AI for all customers, regardless of their use case, which is why we've developed our platform to be open, extensible, and customizable. On the other side of this, we want to drive efficiency through simplification. We want to make it easier for our customers to use our solutions and accelerate time to value for their brand, which means decreasing friction in their user experience, developing new tools and recommendations in the UI that make things easy, and supporting efficient scaling through self-service.
Now, I'm assuming that you all had AI on your innovation bingo cards.
Right? But there are just so many ways that AI shows up in tech, especially in the customer engagement space. Like last webinar, one of the things we focused on was our customer deliverability engine, which you should definitely check out if you weren't able to attend last time. It's super cool. And that helps brands use AI to better understand messaging volume, deliverability, engagement, and more. But today, we're going to focus on how brands use AI to improve interactions with the customers themselves. At this point, it's becoming more obvious that there's good AI and then there's like kind of smoke and mirrors hype AI. And what makes AI good is when it's so embedded and so helpful that you're really not sure if it's AI or an actual person that you're talking to when you interact with a brand.
I had to call an airline customer service line recently, and turns out that you can't change flights online when you're traveling with a lap infant. So heads up if that happens to you. And some things in this interaction were great. They knew my phone number and immediately asked if I was calling about my upcoming flights. They knew enough about me to make the service seem easier. But then when it came to changing my flight and moving seats, I kind of wish they knew my preferences. Like I prefer to fly in the afternoon and I prefer window seats. The dream of AI here is twofold. First, that it can use my very unstructured conversations to pull out meaningful info about me. And second, that it can surface the right info to a customer service rep at the right time, so they know what flight I want and what seat I want. This puts AI in the background and makes everything better, even though I'm interacting with a human.
Yeah, travel is already super stressful. I'd imagine it's a lot more stressful with a kid. So this is kind of like a perfect example of where AI can make that customer experience better. Those opportunities aren't really limited to service. Like imagine how brands are using AI similarly for marketing, where every interaction gives you insight into what your customers want and helps you iterate to give them an even better experience over time. If you're doing that right, you're not even realizing that AI is what's making your experience better and better over time. You just feel like the brand really knows you and gets you.
Absolutely. There's a magic to when brands are doing all of this and doing it well. You can just feel when they're getting it right. And that's what we're trying to help brands achieve. So To start with our innovations, I'm going to pass it over to Bryn to talk more about how Twilio Segment is helping brands do this.
Hi everyone, my name is Bryn Saunders, and I'll be walking you through the Twilio segment releases for Q3 2024. Let's dive right in. First up is Customer AI Predictions. Here, we're putting the power of predictive AI directly in marketers' hands, so they can precisely target and personalize their campaigns, without needing to rely on their data science teams. Now, predictions includes 4 out-of-the-box predictive models. Specifically, those are likelihood to purchase, likelihood to churn, predicted lifetime value, and custom predictive goals. This year, we've continued to make improvements to this feature, including more flexible time horizons, the ability to include or exclude events from the predictive model, the ability to predict on the property level, as well as daily scoring updates. And once you've created a prediction, we then provide transparency into the data behind that prediction with what we call an Explore view that visualizes the prediction data and lets marketers easily cohort that data to create audiences for targeted campaigns or customer journeys. On top of that, we also offer an Understanding view that provides insights into all the underlying data points and how they contribute to the machine learning model, so both marketers and data teams always feel confident in their predictions. And finally, Predictions also includes predictive audiences, which provides marketers with 5 pre-built suggested audiences, leveraging the prediction models we just discussed. These predictive audiences are meant to inspire new campaign ideas from marketers and help you quickly create predictive AI audiences in just a few clicks. Ultimately, Predictions saves data and marketing teams time while improving ad targeting, optimizing campaign performance, and powering better personalization. Customer AI predictions, as well as the enhancements that we discussed, are generally available now. Next up, we have Customer AI Recommendations. With Customer AI Recommendations, we're making it easy for marketers to build audiences of people who are most likely to purchase a specific product, brand, or product category, so they can target those audiences in downstream channels. Think things like ad platforms, emails, SMS, or any other channel connected to the segment. So, if you're a B2B company, you can also create a recommendation audience for people who are most likely to engage with a piece of content on your website or attend an event you may be hosting. So this feature can really solve both B2B and B2C use cases. Recommendations can help you quickly provide customers with more relevant experiences that improve conversions, boost upsell, and grow average order value. For example, pretend you're a marketer at a sportswear store that's looking to increase sales around the Olympics. With recommendations, you could choose a specific category, think things like women's running shoes, then automatically build an audience of the top 20% of people who are most likely to purchase those products, allowing you to design hyper-personalized offers and optimize your messaging for better engagement in things like ads, email, SMS, or other preferred channels. And you can do this all without needing to tap your data science teams. As a reminder, Customer AI Recommendations is generally available now. Finally, for this section, we're thrilled to announce that we are extending the power of Customer AI to developers with Functions Copilot. Functions Copilot consists of 2 features that lets developers make use of generative AI to extend what's possible with Segment. The first feature, called Functions Writer, generates code from natural language prompts. In other words, it turns what would have previously been weeks of integration coding into a simple prompt that's about the same length as a text message. Plus, for existing code, our next feature, Functions Analyzer, has you covered. Functions Analyzer scans your code, summarizing what it does back to you, and then offers recommendations for how you can optimize the function. The recommendations you receive from Functions Writer and Analyzer are based on proven methodologies from experienced subject matter experts. The underlying model combines context from your current workspace configuration, Segment's vast library of example functions, and code templates, as well as general best practices for JavaScript to arrive at the optimal solution for your use case. Think about all the powerful tasks a function can do, from things like integrating custom sources and destinations, enriching data with third-party sources, transformations, and more. Now, all you need is a couple of sentences in your trusty AI guide to unlock endless use cases and push the boundaries of what's possible with a CDP. Functions Copilot will be generally available in Q3. All right, that's all we have. Thanks, folks.
Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Shenfield. I'm a technical marketing engineer on Twilio's Emerging Tech and Innovation Team, or ETI for short. ETI is a team of developers and builders focused on investigating the future of customer engagement. And today I'm excited to tell you about Twilio AI Assistance, which is in developer preview, a time for you all to experiment alongside us, get your hands on our projects, and provide feedback to help drive the next product iterations. And AI Assistance is now available to any Twilio user right from your console. Today, I'll talk through why I think AI Assistance presents a huge opportunity for better customer engagement, and we'll see a demo from my colleague, Chris Brox. I want to start with a statistic that I think is pretty interesting and pretty illustrative of this broader problem of customer engagement. Turns out, we found in the 2024 Twilio State of Customer Engagement Report that 84% of businesses say they provide good or excellent customer engagement. That's pretty good. But it turns out only 54% of customers agree with that statement. Why is there such a big disconnect? What's happening for that 30% of customers who feel that their expectations aren't being met? It turns out, as you probably already know, customer engagement is hard. And we think there are a few key difficulties that make it so hard to create a stellar customer engagement strategy. The first, and a big one, is data silos. The tools that individual teams use just aren't set up to capture the full picture of who your customer is. Your marketing tools have campaign data, email data, and audience segments. Support knows where customers get hung up and what they need to continue their journey. And sales sees what customers want and need and the questions that they have. But those things are spread across multiple systems, and they're difficult to integrate with each other. That can be difficult to use tech. They're disparate and rapidly evolving, and they might even require entire development teams just to integrate. The disjointed systems and data means that your customer experiences a disjointed journey, one that happens maybe across multiple channels, and one that lacks personalization, which is really the activation of that data that's spread throughout your business. And in fact, another statistic that I think is pretty mind-blowing, 64% of customers say that they would quit a brand if their experience wasn't personalized. So there's a big risk associated with not being able to leverage that data. And of course, today, conversational AI plays a major role in many companies' customer engagement strategies. It seems to promise an easy route to personalization and engagement with your customers, but the reality doesn't always turn out to be quite so rosy. Conversational AI is also hard. Tech is constantly evolving, so keeping up with the latest models and tools and research requires continuous maintenance to improve performance, adapt to new user behaviors, and handle emerging trends. And AI safety is uncharted territory in many ways. Generative AI has introduced entirely new risk factors, including prompt injection, content moderation, data exfiltration, and more. And so the customer journey is still disjointed. It's complex to give conversational AI access to the data, the actions, and the channels it needs to create a seamless customer experience. The ETI team at Twilio has been thinking a lot about this intersection of the difficulties of customer engagement and conversational AI, and we wanted to build something better. That's why I'm excited to talk to you today about Twilio AI Assistants, which is an opinionated framework to build and host conversational AI assistants for customer-facing use cases. AI assistants solve problems autonomously with tools and knowledge. They help create the seamless experience that your customers expect. Assistants can perform complex tasks to solve customer problems without the need for ever-growing flowcharts. And they can interact with other systems and perform tasks using regular HTTP requests as tools. They can also access knowledge with our built-in knowledge management system. Additionally, AI assistants can engage with your customers how they prefer. They can communicate over a variety of channels like SMS and WhatsApp, so your customers can engage with you in their preferred way, which leads to fewer of those disjointed customer journeys. AI assistants can also make use of your existing unified customer data. The problem of data spread across your business is actually where Twilio Segment comes in. Segment is a market-leading customer data platform that helps you collect, clean, and control your customer data across all your touchpoints. AI assistants can leverage existing segment profiles or segment data through the Customer AI personalization engine. Segment manages integrating those disparate data sources so that you can focus on activating that data and more, enriching it through the conversations that your customers have with assistants. From Segment, then, you can gather insights about your data or send it to your data warehouse and use it across your stack. And finally, AI Assistance allows you to rely on a trusted platform. We built them with safety in mind, and trust me, our team loves to read the research papers so that you don't have to. Assistants have a set of prompt injection detection rules, content moderation, and hallucination measurements that act as a safeguard, ensuring the trust and observability of each interaction. And we're constantly evolving those strategies to keep up with emerging trends and needs in the market. AI assistants are in developer preview now and available to any Twilio user. We want you to get hands-on and really start building your production use cases so that we can gather your feedback to assure that the product meets your needs. With that, I'd like to send it over to my colleague, Chris Brox, to give you a demo of AI Assistance and to talk through a few of those features that support better customer engagement.
Hi, I'm Chris Brox. I work on Twilio's emerging technology and innovation team, where we help explore the future of customer engagement. We've been researching how Twilio customers can use AI and customer data to accelerate their customer engagements, and today I'm really excited to share an early look at Twilio AI Assistants. It's a conversational platform that enables you to build autonomous assistants that can automate customer interactions. AI assistants have access to customer memory and enterprise knowledge, so each response is hyper-personalized and tailored to the customer's needs. These assistants can be deployed across any channel, including chat, voice, SMS, RCS, email, WhatsApp, or even robots. Here's what we have lined up for our time together. First, we're going to jump right into the action with a real-life chat. You'll get to see how an AI assistant uses customer data and enterprise knowledge to provide a great customer experience. After that, we're rolling up our sleeves and getting hands-on. I will walk you through how you can build your very own AI assistant. And to wrap things up, we'll talk about meeting your customers where they are and how AI assistants can be deployed across any channel you can think of. Okay, let's dive right in. George is at the airport and just landed in Atlanta. He goes to baggage claim and, his bags are missing. But luckily, the airline he flew has just deployed Twilio AI Assistants, so George can simply send a text message to them letting him know his bags are lost. Since the AI assistant has access to customer memory, it recognizes George's phone number and can securely access his customer profile, where it sees that his bags missed their connection and are still in San Francisco. George also indicated his hotel when booking his flight, so the assistant knows where George is staying. Watch as the assistant generates a response that addresses George by name and asks him if he wants the bags delivered to his hotel. George says yes, and the assistant is able to arrange the delivery of the bags. Wow, this only took 2 message turns, and did you notice that the assistant didn't need to ask George for his incoming flight number, his bag IDs, or the name of his hotel? This is because AI assistants have access to customer memory. Customer memory securely gives the assistants controlled access to read and write to the customer profile. This means the assistant's responses can be enriched with not just George's demographic data, but all of the touchpoints he's had with your brand in the past, including page clicks, items purchased, previous conversations, support tickets, and more. This creates hyper-personalized responses that remove the need for customers to repeat themselves every time they talk to you. Additionally, the assistants observe every message sent to and from a customer and can extract useful traits to enrich the customer profile in real time. For example, if a customer indicates a preference or shares more information about themselves, this information will be captured in the customer memory for use in the future, whether that's used in marketing campaigns, support conversations, or even personalized in-store experiences. This means that every conversation is a chance to learn more about your customers. And the more you learn about your customers, the better experiences you can create for them in the future. Okay, now I want to show you how easy it is to build with Twilio AI Assistants. First, we'll log into Twilio and navigate to our assistants. I have multiple assistants in my account, but let's take a look at this airline support assistant. This assistant has been configured to be a support agent for Twilio Airlines. I've given it a name, a company name, and have turned on the customer memory features, leveraging the power of segment. I'll give the assistant a personality by simply using natural language. This gives the assistant a purpose and lets it know how to speak and behave. We like to think of the personality prompt as being similar to what you would say to a new employee on their first day on the job. This is a good start, but let's give the assistant the tools and knowledge it needs to serve our Twilio airline customers. Tools allow assistants to communicate with external systems like third-party APIs or enterprise applications. To configure a tool, you give it a name and a description. The assistant will use the name and description to intelligently determine when to use this tool. Gone are the days of complex business logic and decision trees. We simply use natural language to instruct how the assistant behaves. We can also configure the inputs needed to use this tool. In this case, to check the status of a checked bag, we need the bag reference ID. If the assistant already has this information from earlier in the conversation, or if it's stored on the customer profile, it can use the tool without having to ask the customer for their reference ID. If it doesn't have this information, it will ask the customer to provide it. Lastly, we can choose whether customers need to be verified before this tool is used. We can also give our assistants access to enterprise knowledge to ensure that their responses are accurate and grounded with up-to-date information. This could be support articles, FAQs, or even documentation. To add knowledge, you can enter a URL to scrape a website, copy and paste raw text, upload files, or connect an external vector database. Lastly, Channels gives us an API to deploy our assistant across any channel. You can deploy your assistants across voice.
Hi, George. Both of your bags have been delayed due to a mistransfer. Would you like us to deliver your bags to your hotel?
Chat, SMS, WhatsApp, email, and more. And because Twilio AI Assistants are built on top of Twilio's communication infrastructure, you can easily transfer a conversation to a human agent in Flex. Thanks so much for following along. The Twilio ETI team is excited to continue exploring the future of AI and customer engagement. If you'd like to stay up to date on our work and provide feedback, feel free to visit twilioalpha.com for more information. Thanks, and we can't wait to see what you build.
AI Assistance is in developer preview today and is accessible to any Twilio user right from your console, and you can get started without a single line of code. You can scan the QR code you see on the screen to check it out and get started building today.
Thank you, Emily. I'm Jason Spulak, Senior Product Marketing Manager for Voice here at Twilio, and I'm really excited to dive into some cool updates that we have for Personalized Virtual Agent, which we introduced in our private beta during the Q2 webinar. Since that launch, we've seen our private beta customers run with it, using this tech across all sorts of innovative use cases. It's been a game changer for businesses, automating routine tasks and delivering personalized AI-powered conversations that truly transform customer interactions. Personalized Virtual Agent isn't just another AI tool, it's a catalyst for change, driving better, smarter experiences. And today, we're ready to take things to the next level. We're opening up our private beta to even more of you. This is a special chance to get early access of some of our most cutting-edge features, like conversational AI, real-time insights, and advanced automation, all designed to help you deliver more intelligent, efficient, and personalized voice experiences. Now, for those of you who may have missed our Q2 announcement, let me give you a quick refresher on why Personalized Virtual Agent is such a big deal. Personalized Virtual Agent uses advanced AI and our Unified Profiles product to turn customer insights into actionable data, creating truly customer-centric virtual agent interactions. What makes it stand out is its ability to personalize self-service experiences based on each individual's preferences, their history, and their behavior. Imagine a customer calling in and the system already knows their past interactions and needs, delivering personalized support instantly. When customers feel understood, they're way less likely to smash that zero button to get an agent and more likely to resolve things themselves through self-service. And there's a huge business impact too. Personalized Virtual Agent makes it faster and easier to build self-service experiences. With our all-new setup wizard, we've simplified the process of creating smarter workflows that cut down resolution times and improve the overall customer experience. You're not only improving efficiency, but also driving faster, more personalized support, making each customer interaction feel tailored specifically to them. But the real magic is how it impacts your business long-term. Personalized virtual agent isn't just easy to build. It's a solution that instantly understands customer needs and delivers support in a way that keeps them coming back. You'll see a boost in customer satisfaction and loyalty, and your teams will love how simple it is to set up and customize. In short, it's a scalable, long-term win for your business, helping you create personalized customer experiences while streamlining your operations. You ready to take your customer experience to the next level? Here's your chance to join our private beta and explore how it can work for you. Got a few ideas in mind? Send them all our way. Scan this QR code to access the application and request to join the private beta today. Don't wait, spots are limited, you won't want to miss out. Now I'm going to pass it over to Phil, who's going to talk to you about all the releases for Flex.
Thanks, Jason. Hi, everyone. I'm Philip Borden from the Flex product marketing team, here to dive deeper on Conversational Insights, a feature that was released for Twilio Flex into private beta and will be going into public beta this next quarter. Now, since this is in private beta, this feature is subject to change, but we are looking for customers to participate in the private beta to provide us valuable feedback on how to improve this feature moving forward. Now, with Conversational Insights, you're able to analyze and understand the value of every interaction that is happening in your contact center. And in this analysis, you're able to pull out actionable insights like your agent experience is actually declining, or your predicted CSAT level is going down for billing issues. You're also able to understand at an aggregate level what are some AI-generated metrics like customer satisfaction, agent experience, and your customer effort in needing to resolve the issues that they're having. These metrics are then pulled into key trends, so you can actually have a visual representation of how your operational efficiencies in the contact center are actually trending. Now, with this operational efficiency, you're able to understand every customer interaction and the value that you're providing to your customers. Now, if you're using Flex Mobile and you have employees that are in branch or store locations or have just stepped away from your desk, you're also able to understand the value of those interactions as well. So you have a single solution and a single quality management tool to be able to, in a single dashboard, be able to understand what are the trends in your contact center, what does your agent's experience look like, and how are your agents effectively managing these conversations. This also allows you to dive deeper with advanced segmentation into certain topics that you may identify that are causing issues. This simplifies analysis for supervisors and quality management teams, which previously were having to identify potentially 3 to 5 interactions and actually dive deeper into what is causing that challenge. Now, you're able to do this, but at an aggregate level for every interaction that is happening. So as we see here on the right, this interaction had a customer repetition fatigue, they had a long-standing issue, and a negative moment. But you can dive deeper to figure out what is that specific negative moment that the customer had, and what is this long-standing issue, so that you can identify whether this issue needs to be fixed or solved potentially with a virtual agent self-service workflow, or if there is truly a product gap that you need to report to your teams to actually improve customers' experience with this product moving forward. These trends allow you to understand what is your overall customer satisfaction, how do you improve that customer satisfaction long term, and how are your agents actually handling these interactions once they get escalated into their queue. Now, with this data, you're able to then start acting in a proactive way to improve your customer engagement. You can detect key call drivers, and like I mentioned, maybe solve these with a self-service flow so that they don't actually get escalated into an agent's queue. Or you can identify what are upsell opportunities and what is a risk of churn of your customers today, and use this data, which is the most important data that you have because customers are providing this in the interactions that they're having with your employees, to actually understand how do I engage this customer moving forward? What is their preferred channel to communicate over? And create targeted campaigns with marketing and promotions so that when you market to them in the future, it's using their preferred channel on a topic that they care about. And you know all of this because it's information that they've provided in the interactions that they've already had with your brand. Now, like I mentioned, we are looking for private beta customers. So if you're interested, please reach out to your Twilio account teams. But that's all from me. I'm going to hand it back over to Steph.
Thanks so much, Phil. Now, let's talk about efficiency through simplification. It's all about making your life easier, making it simpler to create these really amazing customer experiences. That is what Twilio was founded on. We were founded on giving brands the ability to, with just one line of code, make a phone call or send a text. And we've done that. We're very proud of it. But we're always trying to find ways to make it easier and to improve your efficiency through simplification. I'm personally a lazy software developer, so anytime that things get easier for me, I am happy.
Yeah, and if you're a lazy developer as well, you're in luck. We're investing in capabilities that make building and deploying messages across channels so very easy. We have things like integrations to help make everything easier, like Flex Headless, which embeds and integrates contact center experiences within business apps. We've invested in new messaging standards and protocols like RCS so that on both Android and Apple iOS devices, you can send more interesting and richer messages that really engage your customers. And then we have things like linked audiences where, to Alex's point about being a lazy coder, we're making it so that marketers don't have to engage data scientists or engineers to build audiences. They can just use this easy-to-use UI geared towards business users. And that makes everyone's lives easier. Like, marketers aren't slowed down by having to wait for data scientists, and data scientists are freed up to take on other high-priority projects.
This is all music to my ears. And with that, let's get on with it. I'm going to send it back to Bryn, who's going to kick us off talking about segments linked audiences.
Next, let's talk about linked audiences. Simply put, this release lets marketers build audiences from data in the warehouse. Using our powerful yet easy-to-use audience builder, you can take object data of any kind and relate it back to the customer profile data that lives in your warehouse for easy activation across channels. The best part? Linked Audiences is a low-code interface that builds complex SQL that will query the warehouse and return a qualified audience list back in minutes. Plus, it's built with a zero-copy architecture, meaning that the warehouse is used as a single source of truth for activating data, and the underlying source data is never copied, only the results for audience activation. Linked Audiences is now generally available. And that's all we have. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Bryn. Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay Weinig, Director of Product Marketing here at Twilio, and I'm excited to share more about Twilio's investment in branded communications. We know that consumers are more likely to purchase when businesses use trusted and verified communication channels. In fact, a Twilio-sponsored consumer survey of 3,900 global consumers found that when brands use trusted and verified communication channels, 1 in 4 consumers purchased for the very first time, and 4 in 10 consumers made a repeat purchase. We also found that 75% of respondents who received a branded text said it increased their trust in the communication. And 66% of consumers were more likely to open an email due to branding. That's why Twilio has invested in branded communications across channels, to ensure we're delivering not just more communications, but better communications. First, we're driving trusted innovation through uncharted territory. Navigating the branded space is complex, whether you want to brand your calling, messaging, or email experience. Twilio partners with key industry organizations, carriers, mailbox providers, and operators to develop technology that enables branded communications into the future. Not only are we innovating across complex ecosystems, but we're simplifying the nuance for businesses caused by overhead and complicated onboarding. Twilio takes a developer-first approach here, with software that streamlines onboarding within the Twilio console and across APIs. We also have dedicated teams to advise on best practices and support customers when challenges arise. Finally, Twilio is focused on branded communications across channels at scale. Whether you're looking at Shake and Stir for trusted calling, verified senders for RCS and WhatsApp messaging, or DMARC and BIMI for email, we recognize the value of better communications with branding and are committed to enabling branding across all major communication channels. With Twilio, businesses can ensure a consistent identity to drive engagement, regardless of the channel. And with that, I'm going to dive into our most recently released branded channel, RCS. RCS is a protocol used to deliver rich messages from verified senders over Wi-Fi and carrier networks directly to the recipient's native SMS app. There are many features available with RCS, including branded verified sender, which includes the brand name, the logo, tagline, and verified icons, as well as media like images, videos, audio, and GIFs, and rich interactive content customized by the sender, including cards, which include body, media, title, and buttons all together, a carousel of cards, and location maps. And finally, detailed metrics are included with RCS, including delivery and read receipts. Global coverage for RCS has been evolving and growing of late. Previously, RCS capabilities were limited to most Android devices, so Messages by Google. However, Apple recently announced that RCS will be supported on iPhones starting this month. So the stage is set for more widespread consumer carrier adoption for RCS. Now that we know a bit more about the RCS protocol, let's dig into Twilio's RCS capabilities. RCS is already available on Twilio Verify for branded one-time passcode delivery. And we just launched public beta for RCS on Twilio Messaging. We know businesses are resource constrained, so we made it easy for Twilio Messaging and Verify users to add RCS with no code changes required for most customers. We work to minimize development complexities by adding RCS automatic upgrade from SMS, existing advanced features, and delivered across the proven Twilio Super Network. As previously mentioned, we also know that businesses need to establish and build trust. So we offered a simplified verified sender onboarding and branded sender profile in the Twilio console for Twilio Messaging. You can create the RCS sender profile, preview branding, and submit onboarding requests all within the console, and Twilio handles onboarding across global carriers through the Super Network. No direct negotiations required. Analyzing and optimizing conversions is another major goal for our customers. So we've ensured you can view detailed data from RCS, including delivery and read receipts, alongside your other communications data in the console, webhook, CSV, and event streams. Finally, coming soon, you can captivate with rich interactive content. You can enrich your customer experience with media and rich content customized in the easy-to-use Twilio Content Template Builder. Drive action with customized buttons, quick replies, and locations, as I mentioned, included in the RCS protocol. So you can request to join our RCS public beta for Twilio Messaging by submitting the access form on the website today. And that wraps up our highlights on Twilio's investments in branded communications across channels. Thanks.
Thanks, Lindsay. Hi, everyone. Philip Borden here, back again from the Flex product marketing team to talk about Headless Flex, which is an exciting new feature that we're deploying to really optimize how you embed CCaaS technology into the applications that you're building. Headless Flex is currently in private beta, and we're accepting customers to help us test and provide valuable feedback on how we need to design this feature for public beta. Because let's be honest, deploying bespoke CCaaS applications has been difficult, if not impossible. And that's because traditional CCaaS technology isn't designed to allow you to embed different parts of CCaaS into the applications that you're building. And if so, there's a steep learning curve when needing to understand the infrastructure that's needed to actually drive customer engagement through an app. There's also a long time production usually because of the material investment needed, tending to be on Twilio primitives to then design CCaaS-inspired technology or something that mimics slightly of that CCaaS experience. And there's a high cost to maintain this because you need to understand and analyze all of your integrations and how you will evolve these moving forward as you make improvements in your application. Now with Flex Headless, our goal is just transform the applications you build by reducing complexity and making it simple to embed CCaaS-inspired technology into these applications. We do this by providing omnichannel routing, agent and admin and supervisor experience components, real-time data orchestration, so you can continue to personalize the interactions that are happening between your employees and customers through the app you design, as well as AI features that are there to optimize performance, whether it's through self-service flows or providing your employees with real-time assistance in what is next to actually recommend to that customer in resolving their issue. But of course, we want this feature and Headless Flex to embed easily into the experience that you're already designing. And so to do that, we help you retain your existing user experience in your homegrown application and skip the legwork by actually managing that infrastructure component and all the complexity that is needed with routing, employee and supervisor experiences to help you design this and deploy it very effectively and reducing your time to market. We're able to do this because of Twilio's amazing customer engagement platform that provides all the native functionality that you need to be able to drive customer engagement through these applications. It starts with infrastructure and connectivity and phone numbers, all of the channels that you need to actually engage customers, whether it's voice, SMS, MMS, WhatsApp, chat, and more. Automation and orchestration, as well as pre-packaged UI components, so that you can select, based on your use case, what is the technology that you need to embed into that experience to drive improved engagement. So whether that's an outbound dialer or whether that's omni-channel routing. You also have available to you customer data and AI, so you can personalize and optimize these workflows. But of course, with Twilio, you still have an API layer to be able to customize these features as needed to make sure that they're embedded into your application in the right way and fit the experience that you want to deploy. Now with Headless Flex, there's a lot going into an SDK and these UI components. You have an up-leveled all-in-one Twilio SDK, includes voice, conversations, task router, and video. You have pre-packaged UI components such as a dial pad that I mentioned. You can pull out these features and embed them into the application based on your use case. So if you just need a dial pad, you can actually embed a dial pad into your existing application. You also have comprehensive call and messaging orchestration with representative actions, including holds and transfers, some of that core CCAS technology that is complex to build, but available with Headless Flex. Representative models, all in one SDK for a first class with specialized data and methods brought to the surface. So once again, being able to personalize the interactions that are happening. And of course, Agent Copilot and Unified Profiles that were released for Flex earlier this year. So all of this technology, which there's a lot, is available for you to embed into the applications that you're deploying. So whether that's into a third-party application you're already using, like a CRM, a homegrown application, or a software as a service product that you need to be able to embed a dial pad or omnichannel routing, like I mentioned. All of this is available with Headless Flex. It's currently in private beta, so if you'd like to join us on this journey, please reach out to your account team to learn more. But with that, I'm going to hand it back to Steph.
Thanks again, Phil. I'm personally so excited for all of these innovations and can't wait to see the amazing customer experiences that you all build. Before we go, we really value your feedback. It's how we get better and make this webinar more useful for all of you. In a moment, you'll see a pop-up in the webinar. If you give us feedback, you'll be entered to win a $100 gift card. So please let us know how we're doing. Let us know how we can improve. Let us know what was great and let us know what wasn't so great. Thanks again for joining, and we can't wait to see you next quarter.